Welcome back. I'm your host, Darnell Jackson. In this crypto report, we're going to be talking about AAVE. So actually, I'm your host, DeFi Darnell, because we're going to be talking about AAVE and we're going to be talking about what Twitter's doing. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to your favorite channel on YouTube, Darnell Jackson Crypto. I'm not always on Darnell DeFi mode. Let's take a look at the agenda. We're talking about why AAVE is trying to jack Twitter and why Jack is trying to AAVE Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at the tweet that started all of this conversation. I'm going to jump over to my Twitter. Do not follow me on Twitter. And if you're easily offended, I should say. So here's a tweet here by Jack. And he's talking about Square is creating a new business. He's joining Seller, Cash App, and Tidal. And it's focused on building an open developer platform with the sole goal of making it easy to create non-custodial, permissionless, and decentralized financial services. Our primary focus is Bitcoin. The name is to be determined. Okay, so you saw that tweet that came from Jack. And then you saw a response, and this is from someone you may not recognize unless you're a DeFi person. This is Stani Kulchov, okay? And he's the founder of AAVE. And he made a comment. Since Jack is going to build AAVE on Bitcoin, then AAVE should build Twitter on Ethereum. All right, so this was the start of the conversation, and then the reports start coming out. So let's check out a couple headlines that came out of this. Here, reported by The Street, and they're already talking about Jack Dorsey's next big bet on Bitcoin and DeFi. They're talking about how Jack Dorsey has announced the creation of a new business under Square dedicated to DeFi. All right. So they're quoting his tweet again, and they're adding a little bit of information. He has appointed Mike Brock, who is the director of Square Strategic Development, to lead this new business. And they have some information from Brock. He's talking about he believes technology has always been a story of decentralization. And he's talking about we're going to be biasing towards being open and transparent, which is good. And so we're going to be thinking of ways to include the community in our planning. Stay tuned. So this is the new app from Jack Dorsey. This could be something major. Post in the comments what you think the Jack Dorsey Bitcoin DeFi situation, how could it be? I think it could work out to be something pretty impressive if it's going to be combining something like Cash App, Tidal, or Tidal, and offer DeFi financial services. So this sounds like something completely unique where there really is no comparison, even though we're comparing this to AAVE. So back to the agenda. One of the things we'll do is we're going to demonstrate AAVE. For those who are not familiar with it, AAVE is a decentralized platform for finance. So, finance is all about lending, borrowing money and lending money. But you're able to do it with no middle person. And that is what is so cool. Now, so let's jump over to AAVE. You can access it many different ways. In this example, I am using AAVE. I'm accessing AAVE through the Coinbase wallet. So let's take a look at how I did that. So install the Coinbase wallet app, and then you can browse. Let me go home here. You can browse on your wallet, and what you want to do is browse through the decentralized apps. These are the dApps. And this is where you're going to find all of the different decentralized apps. You can see Uniswap, Compound, and eventually you'll find the others such as Sushi Swap. But in this case, at the bottom here, I have already saved AAVE. So now it's loading AAVE. So I want to just demo this for you. If you're not familiar with how AAVE works, you install a wallet such as the Coinbase wallet, and then you browse to the decentralized app, and right away you can get right to business. So here is AAVE's interface. I can browse the markets. If I forget where I am, I just click here and go to markets, and it shows me all of the different options. So you can deal with DAI, Gemini dollar, USD coin. So it's got all the stable coins here, and then it's got ETH. So let's go to USD coin. And even though I'm on Darnell DeFi mode, I'm also DJ USDC. And so if I wanted to make some money right now with my USDC, I could deposit it and earn 2.1%. It also offers the ability to borrow up with a cost of 10%. So you can see right away what's available, and you can right away take advantage. There's nothing stopping you from going ahead and depositing funds and starting to earn right away. You can compare the stable versus the variable annual percentage rate. You can look at the deposit annual percentage rate and look at the utilization rate. So this is all available to you right in your phone. You don't have to fill out any forms. So I'll go back to my dashboard. So as of now, I have no deposits. So if I wanted to, I could deposit some AAVE. I'm using AAVE version 2. And I'll just go back over to markets. So it's very straightforward. So if Twitter is going to launch a DeFi app, you can look at AAVE, which is an extremely successful DeFi app, as a platform that already is doing it the right way. So you have to ask yourself, which features will Twitter emulate or steal? Here's Ethereum. So let's look at some of the opportunities here. Doesn't look like you're going to get a big return on deposit with ETH right now, since the market's been tanking. You can borrow ETH. They're going to charge you 3.67%. So what's very interesting is you'll notice the rates. Everything updates real time. So as the market, if the market's on a downswing, then your rates to borrow, as you can see, are going down. And this is where the strategy of DeFi investing comes in. So you can spend some more time researching and finding your opportunity. But this is something that's revolutionary, because you've never been able to just, step out here and just borrow or lend money pretty much instantly with no middle person other than the application that we're using. So here's Gemini dollar. You can borrow at 3.67%. That's the most expensive money. You can borrow ETH at 0.54%. and then you can borrow wrapped Bitcoin. Now, wrapped Bitcoin, and this will be my this is a point here I wanted to make. Wrapped Bitcoin was the answer to Bitcoin not generating income. The beauty of DeFi is that what it does is it monetizes the cryptocurrency. So right away, the cryptocurrency has an excellent use case, which is borrowing and lending money. So if you're lending out your money, now your money's working for you. So you can see here with DAI, 11.8%. Somebody's paying to borrow that money. So this was completely not existent in the earlier bull runs. There was no way to earn money passively, and still to this date, Bitcoin doesn't have a way to do it. So what the workaround was wrapped Bitcoin. So this was where they took Bitcoin, packaged it in Ethereum, so that you could borrow and lend it on the Ethereum network, just like if the Bitcoin was Ethereum. I've never really fully understood the strategy of doing that. It always just made sense to me to just trade in your Bitcoin for Ethereum and then just do your borrowing and lending that way. But post in the comments if you've used the wrapped Bitcoin. To me, that piece of it just adds more complexity than is needed. So that's pretty much the AAVE app. It's very straightforward. You can also stake on AAVE. Staking is where you're going to receive a particular percentage or some type of rewards. For the AAVE app, you receive a BPT as a reward when you stake your AAVE. And there's some other options out there available. I know there's also some things you can do with Matic and Polygon. So you can look into that as well, but it's very easy to do right here on AAVE. Okay, so I wanted you to take a look at what AAVE actually is going to be. We don't have any early version of AAVE's version of Twitter. I don't know what that would look like. You can look at the AAVE interface to get some hints. What do you think it might look like? I'm using AAVE version 2. So that'll be for you to weigh in on. You can also do swaps. I don't have anything deposited, so I can't demonstrate that for you. I must have one asset deposited in the AAVE protocol to make use of the swap function. And the swap function, that's going to give you some decentralized exchange functionality in the DeFi app. So that's getting some acronyms together there for you, isn't it? Okay, so that's why AAVE is trying to jack Twitter. Well, actually, that's why Jack is trying to AAVE Bitcoin. I've answered the second part of the question, which is why Jack is trying to AAVE Bitcoin. It's simple. He wants to get the income, the interest. Financial services is about borrowing and lending, and then collecting fees for doing the borrowing and lending. So that's what AAVE is built on. So Jack wants to get that income. So it makes perfect sense why he's doing it. Now, the other question is, why is AAVE trying to jack Twitter? Well, that should be obvious as well. I mean, Twitter is the big platform for social media, and especially in the crypto space. And obviously, whenever you're number one, people are gunning for you. You can see how many retweets and the activity these posts get. All of the movers and shakers are on Twitter when it comes to crypto. So if somebody could get a small slither of the Twitter market share, then that could be very lucrative for AAVE and other smaller apps, which are all thirsty for promotion. They all need to get the word out about what they're doing. Here's some frequently asked questions. So that would answer the first part of the question. AAVE wants people to know about them. They want a lot of new users. They want to get the word out. And how are they going to do it? Well, if they have a social media platform that everybody's using, that would sure make it easier. I wonder if you'll see AAVE consider purchasing other social media platforms. Maybe you'll see some very interesting business deals that way. So that is your report for today. I want to thank you in advance for liking the video. If you did not like the video, make sure you check out all my old videos. You'll surely find one that you like. If you don't like none of those, then share the videos you watched with somebody who will. Until the next time, thank you so much for checking this out. Peace.